This small solar panel and this tiny ESP32 board can fully automate your entire water tank system. Today, we are going to make the most versatile solar powered water tank monitoring system. I said versatile because we can define the water tank lower and upper limits in real time through a mobile application created using Blynk IoT. Based on these limits, the water pump will automatically start and stop. There are hundreds of thousands of different types and sizes of water tanks, so that's why I added the lower and upper limits, which are completely adjustable during runtime. You set these limits once unless you want to change them again because these values are stored in the EEPROM. So it doesn't matter if the controller is reset or powered off, these values won't go anywhere. If these values were reset due to a power failure or accidental reset, then this entire system would be useless. You can not only see the percentage and actual distance in centimeters in the application, but also on the OLED display module, which is optional. Along with the distance and percentage values, you can also see the lower and upper limits. If I'm going to change any of these values, they are quickly updated on the OLED display module, and the updated values are also stored in the EEPROM. Let me reset the controller so that you can see these values are not lost. Great. You can see the lower and upper limits are still there. In the application, you can also see this button, which you can use to manually control the water pump. Let me quickly connect this bulb to the relay so that you can practically see what happens, because during the practical demo, you won't be able to see how the water pump turns on and off. So right now, you can think of this bulb as the water pump. Make sure to wear protective gloves while performing such high voltage experiments, and don't touch the relay contacts. Before I show you this entire system in action, first let me tell you about the hardware. What makes this project unique is the hardware selection. For this project, I selected the Xiao ESP32C3. Well, you can use any ESP32 variant, but the reason I selected the Xiao ESP32C3 is that in the Xiao series, you also get the Xiao ESP32C5 and Xiao ESP32C6. So later, if you decide to switch to Wi-Fi 6, you can simply use the ESP32C5. And if you don't want to use this flexible PCB antenna, then you can switch to the Xiao ESP32C6. And let me tell you, since all these boards share the exact same pin layout, there is no need to make any changes on the hardware side. I have already demonstrated this in my previous video. I will add a link in the description below. If you ask about my personal recommendation, I would select the Xiao ESP32C3 because its Bluetooth range due to the flexible PCB antenna is great. I have a video on its range test. For water level monitoring, I am using the most accurate, highly reliable, and completely waterproof ultrasonic sensor, A02YYUW waterproof ultrasonic sensor. There are two versions of the same ultrasonic sensor. One is UART and the other is PWM. The one I am using is the UART version. Its measurement range is from 3 centimeters to 450 centimeters. And when it comes to the voltage, it is compatible with 3.3 and 5 volt controller boards. It is a little bit more expensive than the HC-SR04 and the JSN SR04T ultrasonic sensors. Personally, I have used all these sensors, but my recommendation is the A02YYUW waterproof ultrasonic sensor. You will also need a solar panel, a bigger one or a mini solar panel like this. You don't need to worry about the voltage because the 5 volt 3 amps power supply on this board can take input voltages up to 28 volts. And the battery charging and management are done by the Xiao ESP32C3. So that's why I didn't add any battery charging circuit to this board. For how to make this board, I have also made a dedicated video about it, and you can download the original schematic, PCB design files, BOM, and all the other resources from my Patreon page. The ultrasonic sensor red and black wires are connected to the 3.3 volt and ground of the Xiao ESP32C3, and the transmit and receive wires are connected to the D2 and D3 pins on the Xiao ESP32C3. A 5 volt SPDT type relay is connected to the D0 pin. The SSD1306 OLED display module voltage and ground pins are connected to 3.3 volt and ground, and the SDA and SCL pins are connected to D4 and D5. Here is the full circuit diagram of my solar-powered water tank level sensor. Since we are using the Blynk application, we can monitor the water level and adjust the lower and upper limits from anywhere in the world. A quick demo before the practical implementation. I have powered up the project using a 12-volt adapter. Later, we'll use a solar panel. The ultrasonic sensor is in its place, the ESP32 and Blynk application are connected to the Wi-Fi. Let me also tell you, there is no need to connect to the same Wi-Fi. You can use a different Wi-Fi network or a mobile hotspot. It is an IoT-based water level monitoring system. You can connect to your ESP32 board from any part of the world. The lower and upper limits are already set. Now, watch as I move this tablet. Think of it as the water level. The bulb is on because the water level is below 20%. It will remain on until the water level increases above 85%. Now, the water pump will remain off until the water level decreases below 20%. As you can see, the entire system is working as expected. And one more thing, if I don't want the water tank to fill completely, I can use this button to turn off the water pump. Now, let's connect the solar panel. I'm going to connect the red wire to VIN and the black wire to ground. Now, before the final demonstration, let me show you how to create your Blynk application. While you are logged in into your Blynk account, click on the new template. Write the template name. While ESP32 is selected as the hardware type and Wi-Fi is the connection type, click on the Done button. After this, all the steps are exactly the same. I have already created quite detailed video on the Blynk web dashboard setup. So if you face any issues, you can watch my getting started tutorial on the ESP32 and new Blynk V2. When the dashboard is ready, simply copy these credentials, open the program that you can download from my website electroniclinic.com and paste the credentials. Don't forget to change the GPRS credentials. Next, you can start with the Blynk IoT application setup on your smartphone. our application is also ready. Now let's start the practical demonstration. I have readjusted the lower and upper limits according to the size of the water tank. Right now you can see the exact water percentage inside the tank in real time. Now let's test it properly. I'm going to open the water taps and drain some water. And this is where things get interesting. A few moments later, look at that. The water level has dropped and the system detected it instantly. Now, obviously, I don't want to completely empty the tank. So instead of waiting, I'm going to manually start the water pump using the control button. A few moments later, and there you go. The water percentage is increasing again, smooth, automatic, and fully controlled. This is exactly how a smart solar-powered water tank monitoring system should work. So that's all for now. Support me on Patreon for more videos. I hope you liked today's episode. Like and share this video with your friends. See you in the next episode, and thanks for watching.